95% interest-only loans for investment properties.
Yeah,
do they exist?
They do exist. Remember those days?
Welcome back, everybody. This third mini booklet is designed around helping you understand the 9-step process towards home ownership. One of the common questions I get over the last 15 years is the whole process of getting towards your home. So if you're one of those people that would appreciate an illustration of the steps involved, the 9 steps involved towards your home ownership, then this particular booklet is very good for you. It's very easy to read, and it'll help you connect all the dots along that homeowner journey. Now, I want to focus on this video a little bit more about the role of mortgage brokers. So before we bring up Amy again and her pearls of wisdom, I want to talk about how mortgage brokers really do help you along the homeowner journey and the extra benefit they give you over banks. So firstly, first homeowners may not be aware that brokers are regulated. So they operate under what's called national responsible lending laws, and that's governed by NCCP regulation, National Consumer Credit Protection Regulations. So it's there to protect you so that you have a fair degree of comfort that you're not going to be borrowing more than you need to or get the wrong type of loan. In addition to that, brokers need to be licensed. They need to have a credit license. And so this Australian Securities Investment Commission hands out or creates the framework for brokers to get licensed. So under those two sort of institutions, you can be comfortable knowing that your broker is licensed, has to have constant undergoing training and get CPD points, and has a framework with which to help you. Now, the other question that I often get is, how do brokers get paid? And so the first thing is that there is no fee to you to utilise the expertise of a broker. So you can tap into their expertise and their understanding of the Australian lending market. And the good news is that there is no upfront cost to you. Now, in terms of interest rate, it doesn't matter if you use a broker or you go directly to the bank. The interest rates are exactly the same. And if anything, you'll often get a better rate, 99.9% times, because the banks often don't advertise some special that's coming out. So in terms of interest rates, it doesn't change. So if you want to go to the Commonwealth Bank for whatever reason, or Westpac, or whoever it may be, going through a broker can often mean that you're not only going to get the advertised rate, but a better rate because they can use competition to your advantage. Thirdly, they're impartial. So a broker typically doesn't care which lender you choose. They just want you to get the absolute best loan for you. And that could mean the cheapest interest rate. It could mean the lender who's going to lend you the sort of money that you're looking for, or a tailored solution like in the last booklet where we go half fixed, half variable with an offset account. And then finally, brokers are transparent. So you get what's called a credit quote. And in that credit quote, you see typically a half a dozen lenders that they have been using in the last 6 months, and also the commission that they're receiving from the bank. Now remember that commission, you're not paying extra in interest rate. It just means that the bank's going to make $3,000 less over the lifetime that you have the loan with them. So let's move on to Amy now. Amy's got some pearls of wisdom, and she will share that piece of wisdom with you. Bye for now.
Definitely take your time. As I said, we definitely rushed into our first purchase, but I think in future we'll definitely take our time. We'll shop around. We'll make sure that we definitely revisit, go and see yourself in Hunterwood and gain some more knowledge, I guess. Before
and I hear before you were mentioning the media and friends buying a property.
Yeah.
Is it true if I say that blocking some of that out and
definitely
stay true to your course?
Definitely, yeah. And I think once you've done it once, you sort of learn what not to do.
Yeah.
And you just cover all bases, I guess, to making sure that everything's in place before you go making another big decision.
So you've been a homeowner for about a year now, is that right?
Yeah, nearly a year. Yeah.
All right, and have there been any expenses that have caught you out that you thought, oh, geez, I didn't know about that particular expense?
Not really, no. I think the one thing that we sort of learned from our sort of rushed experience was to take our time with our budget. So we made the decision to have someone lease it for about 10 months.
Okay.
And the purpose of that was so we could get on track with our savings again and establish more of a budget. So at the beginning of when the contracts were exchanged, we sat down and we looked at every expense we have as if we're living in the home, and we set up all our accounts and divvied up all our money so that we were prepared for when we do live in it. So I think, that's helped us.
I understand from your partner that you had an Excel spreadsheet as well.
So we had a bit of a spreadsheet happening. Yeah, as I said, we renamed all our accounts, and each account name has a different meaning to us. We also made sure that we saved some money on the side for ourselves and also for renovations that we were wanting to do later on down the track.
Awesome.
So definitely the guidance they provided. So yourself, Jeff and Maria each had an important part in getting us to get our loan. So the professionalism and the genuineness that you each provided us, I think that was really important for us to just to build that trust.
Yeah.
It's such a big decision to make, buying your first property. And it's nice to have someone that was on sort of neutral grounds to us and, could give us all the information that we needed and was supportive of what we wanted and listened to what we wanted, and also gave us some other options for property investing and things that we hadn't considered before. So, it was
just
definitely excellent to have. Yeah, the guidance, it was amazing to have that. Well, because they give you more options that you have available to you.
Right.
You can see what lenders are available. They've got much more choice of lenders options, and knowing your borrowing capacity as well. Getting the deposit is hard enough, but then you've also got to factor in your stamp duty costs. That can be quite significant depending on how much you're spending, and it's really just a tax going to the government basically.
Yeah.
Lenders' mortgage insurance as well is another cost that can come up. And also your conveyancing or your solicitor costs too. It's really important that you have someone that can really look over the contract for you and make sure that what you're buying is what you're after and has all the inclusions that you need. And also that there's no other, potential issues that may arise for you later on down the track that will cause you other costs.
Yeah. I mean, your conveyancer is even more important than your broker because they will actually go through the contract and see what you're buying.
Yeah, essentially, definitely. And for us, that was definitely important too, to know what we're getting into and what we're buying. Being a strata complex, there's some other factors that come into that too. So it was good to have someone that was able to...
And your conveyancer can go through that.
Yeah.